NASA and Boeing are pushing ahead, in fact, with efforts to certify the Starliner spacecraft for crewed flights. Now, this comes following a technical failure during its debut mission. The spacecraft's propulsion system malfunctioned, forcing an 8-day mission to extend into a 9-month stay for NASA astronauts Butch, Wilmore and Sunita. NASA is now working with Boeing to resolve these issues with a series of propulsion tests planned through the spring and even summer. Meanwhile, officials have said that the next crewed flight could take place as early as late 2025 or early next year. The Starliner project has already cost Boeing over $2 billion, adding to the aerospace giant's recent challenges. TikTok Shop is expanding its e-commerce platform into France, Germany and Italy, Western Europe, despite ongoing uncertainty over its future in the US. The shopping feature, which has been available in the UK ever since 2021, gained traction in the US last year but now faces regulatory challenges unless its Chinese parent company, ByteDance, in fact, finds an American buyer. In Europe, a TikTok Shop is partnering up with major brands like Carrefour and cosmetics retailer Cosnova as it aims to onboard more local sellers. Executives have said that they expect a faster rollout in the UK, where initial adoption was slower due to the unfamiliar business model. The NVIDIA-backed company CoreWeave has announced on Thursday that they are reducing the size of its IPO. The company is now selling 37.5 million shares for $40 each, which is 23.5% less than what was originally planned. The sale is expected to raise about $1.5 billion in value CoreWeave at a staggering $23 billion on a fully diluted basis. Intel has announced that 3 of its board members will not seek re-election at the company's 2025 annual meeting, marking the latest shake-up in its leadership. Now, the retiring members include former Medtronic CEO Umar Ishraq, UC Berkeley Engineering Dean Shu-Jain King Liu, and former University of Pennsylvania professor Liza Lavizo Murray. The move is part of Intel's broader strategy under newly appointed CEO Lip Bhutan, who aims to refocus the company on semiconductor expertise. In recent months, in fact, Intel has appointed 2 industry veterans to its board, signaling a push to reclaim its leadership in the chip-making sector. The board will now shrink to 11 members. Toyota's global production rose for the second straight month in February, driven by a 16% increase in domestic output. The world's largest automaker also reported a 6% overall production boost, with Japan sales surging 28%. However, overseas growth remained modest at just 2%. The North American sales fell 7%, partly due to inventory shortages. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump's newly announced 25% tariff on imported cars is raising concerns about supply chain disruptions and even potential economic impacts.